Deep divers, let's talk about solar storms, like geomagnetic storms, like a storm so big, it's the biggest one in 19 years, which has the potential. This solar storm has the potential, deep divers, to turn off the whole internet all around the world. Phones, power grids. Deep divers, brace yourself and get ready because we got a whole lot to talk about. This video, we're going to talk about how to prepare yourself for what's coming because so much is in the pipeline for humanity. Even the cat down the road has got his popcorn. Peace, Infinite Waters, diving deep once again. Shout out to all of you marvelous deep divers. I woke up like this, all magical and fly, and let's breathe, deep divers. Whoa, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. And yeah, shout out to everyone who's joined the new Ralph Smart Patreon page for all new exclusive content. Patreon.com/Ralph Smart. Click the link down below, deep divers. So, raising the frequency, raising the vibration. Take that, take that, take that. Good ass energy I'm sending you. So we're going to talk about geomagnetic storm. Okay. Storms are brewing, deep divers. Storms are brewing. Okay. And we're going to talk about the biggest solar storm in 19 years, which has the potential to really cripple the whole internet, phones, the whole power grids all around the world. And we're going to talk about this because this is very important. Like I told you, everything that's happening in the world is happening because we are entering a whole new age. And everything happening in the stars or in the heavens affects what's happening on Earth. And the sun is so beautiful, it's so powerful. Well, you're having these solar flares. It's reached its solar maximum, that cycle. And you're going to see increased solar activity. So much is happening right now on the planet. It's unbelievable. So in this video, we're going to talk about how to prepare ourselves for what's coming. I want everyone right now to hit that like button. Make sure, deep divers, that you hit that like button. Share this video with someone, subscribe. Once again, hit that like button if you support the real because we got a whole lot to talk about. If you are watching this video, this is your confirmation that you are being guided to the place of your greatest manifestation. Watch out for the solar storm, deep divers, right? It's not all bad, right? This geomagnetic storm is not all bad because apparently you're going to see northern lights. How cool is that, deep divers? Northern lights, right? Maybe in the US, right? It's awesome. But there's a reason why this is happening. And we have to prepare ourselves for what's coming because so much is happening right now. People don't even realize that this is the most amount of radiation that Earth has been hit by since 2005. They're calling it a geomagnetic storm, right? They're calling it a geomagnetic storm. This is not something that we should take lightly, deep divers. This is something that literally can turn our civilization into a stone age. It can send us right back to the stone age because it has the potential to disrupt the electromagnetic field on this whole planet, right? So, are you ready, deep divers, to dive deep? Are you ready? Let's go. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? So wonderful, deep divers. Let me read you this news article. Okay. A rare warning has been issued over a solar storm that could affect Earth's power supplies and knock out the internet. A severe geomagnetic storm watch was put out by the US's National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration yesterday, the first such warning since January 2005, right? At that time, the highest dose of radiation in 50 years hit the Earth. The unusual solar storm may disrupt electronic devices like GPS and power grids over the 2 hours it takes to reach its peak strength. Okay. This is fascinating, deep divers. This is fascinating. That's the news right there, right? That's the news right there. Now, there's a reason why this is happening, deep divers. Like I always say, pay attention. Pay attention. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to talk about how we can prepare ourselves, right? We're going to talk about be ready for anything. We're going to talk about limit screen time. We're going to talk about have no fear. We're going to talk about connect with yourself. We're going to talk about the coming major world event that people don't see. We got a lot to talk about, deep divers. Let's start with be ready for anything. I told you, we are in the end times. We are in the end times of Babylon. The matrix is collapsing. As above, so below. You see, the ancients knew that there were no such things as accidents. There were no such things as coincidences. Everything was happening for a reason. And it's not an accident or a coincidence that you're having so much happening on the planet right now. I'm talking about earthquakes. I'm talking about tsunamis. I'm talking about volcanoes, right? This has got everything to do with the geomagnetic storm. So there is a cycle that the sun goes in, right? And it's called the solar maximum cycle, right? It's an 11-year cycle, and we're actually reaching the end of it. And this is the reason why right now Earth is having what we call a corona mass injection. You have so many corona mass injections, right? And this is creating a solar storm. I'm actually going to play you a video that really explains it so well. But we got to prepare ourselves because, like I told you, deep divers, we are here to really become our greatest versions. And you have to pay attention to what's happening with everything going on with the sun. Because you see, a lot of people don't realize that this is how the universe communicates with us. It's sending us a message to wake up. Humanity, wake up. Humanity, humble yourselves. Before you start World War III, let me just remind you who's boss. Slow motion this side. Let me just remind you who has all the power, because I can turn all of your cell phones off. I can switch your internet off, your TikTok off, your Instagram off, right? And this is why we have to pay homage to Gaia. We have to pay our respects to the universe, because whatever name you have for it, God, the creator, the force, the most high, is the most powerful force in existence. And we have to bow down to that. We have to remind ourselves that we are mere mortals in the grand scheme of things. And we also have to remind ourselves that we're in an age right now where so many people are addicted to technology. They're so addicted to technology. And you have to learn how to wean yourself off it. We're in an age right now where what happens when the whole internet goes down all around the world? What happens when there are internet blackouts? Power grids go down. Mobile phone networks go down, right? There was that case with AT&T, right? A couple of months ago. Are you going to be able to survive without your laptop, without the internet, without your TikTok and your Snapchat? Well, you're going to have to learn to realize there's no Wi-Fi out here, but I swear there's a better connection. We have to learn right now to connect with ourselves, right? And that's why I said we're in an age right now where you're having these rare geomagnetic storms, right? The biggest solar storm in 20 years, right? And that's the reason why we've got to be ready for anything and everything, We've got to limit our screen time. We have to, most of all, have no fear. I always tell you, deep divers, fear is the lowest frequency. Right now, there's nothing to be afraid of. We have to let love guide us every single step of the way. At the same time, realize that you're going to see a lot happen with this geomagnetic storm. It's not over. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. And you're going to see power outages, power grids go down in the up and coming months, because this cycle is not just overnight. It doesn't just happen overnight and goes away. No, it happens when the sun sends the radiation to Earth. It takes some time and is still going through the solar maximum cycle. It hasn't finished. So you have to remind yourself that we have to prepare ourselves for everything that's happening, not be in fear, but be ready to say, okay, what happens if the grid goes down? Do you know how to make your own food, deep divers? Do you know how to go camping, set up a tent? Do you know how to administer first aid? These are all the things that we have to pay attention to, because you see, we're in a time right now where a lot is happening right now on the planet. The energies are very high and intense and chaotic. And that's the reason why you want to be getting right with yourself in the midst of this geomagnetic storm. You want to be getting right with yourself. You want to be getting right with Mother Nature. And you want to be in alignment with yourself and your true calling, right? So what else do we have here? A major world event. I told you, right? There is a lot of people can you feel it, deep divers, that something is about to hit the fan? Right? That a massive world event is about to hit the fan, is about to happen. And that could be power grids going down. It could be no internet for 14 days or even 30 days or even 6 months. Will you be able to survive? Because the new pandemic may not be a virus. It could be a cyber attack caused by solar flares, right? And a geomagnetic storm. This could be the next threat for humanity. And this is the reason why you've got to prepare yourself now. Because don't think everything is going to be the way it's always been. Things are changing, not just on this planet, but in the universe. Okay? So remind yourself that there is some good news, deep divers. Oh, there is some beautiful news, right? That a lot of scientists are saying that with this geomagnetic storm, you are going to see northern lights. Now, if you've ever gone to Iceland, I think that's where they have it, right? You can see the beautiful northern lights, right? The beautiful colors in the sky. And this is what we're in for, right? They're saying that people in the US may see them, in the UK. And this is beautiful, right? These beautiful lights. So this is also a confirmation that nature is just so beautiful. Even in a geomagnetic storm, a solar storm, nature is an alchemist. What happens, right? Nature is giving us something to admire. It's giving us a spectacle. It's showing us that even when you have storms, I'm going to show you something beautiful. So there's always something to look forward to, right? So like I told you, this is not a time to be afraid. This is a time to marvel at the sheer magnificence of this universe, right? Now, there was a film, Leave the World Behind. Did you see that, deep divers, starring Julia Roberts? And this film was very telling. Leave the World Behind, because it was actually showing how the phones were going down, the internet was going down, Teslas were crashing into each other, and they didn't know what to do, right? But that title, Leave the World Behind, was also a message. And when we talk about becoming our greatest versions, when we talk about freeing ourselves right now, we have to also learn how to leave the world behind, because it's about to get crazy. Not just with a geomagnetic storm, but just because of where we are right now in time and space. We're entering a whole new age, but before a new age can arise, the old age has to come to an end. And that's what you're seeing right now on the planet. Once again, storms are brewing. Now, let me play you the video, deep divers, a video that really explains what a solar storm is and the effects it has. Are you ready, deep divers? Once again, hit that like button right now if you support the real deep divers. Make sure you hit that like button right now if you support the real, because we're in a powerful time right now, deep divers. So let me play you this, okay? And I might do some commentary over it. A few minutes, let's go.
This is where the tale of the aurora starts. On the sun, a star of average size among billions of other stars in our Milky Way. The sun acts as an enormous power plant. The energy is created deep inside the core of the sun. Here the temperature is over 14 million degrees, and the pressure so enormous that hydrogen atoms are squeezed together into another element, helium. This nuclear reaction releases energy. The light radiates outward from the core of the sun. In the outer layers, the heat moves to the surface in huge eddies called convection cells. These electrical currents of charged gas create magnetic fields inside the sun. In some places, strong magnetic fields push their way up through the surface. They slow down the eddies of hot gas. The surface cools, and darker sunspots appear. The electrically charged gas is called plasma. The plasma drags the magnetic field further outwards. The magnetic field stretches and twists like a rubber band, and then the rubber band breaks. Several billion tons of plasma is hurled out from the sun. This is called a solar storm.
So that was dope, right? That's a solar storm, deep divers.
The solar storm can reach speeds over 8 million kilometers an hour. After 6 hours, it blows past the planet Mercury. After 12 hours, the planet Venus. And after 18 hours, the solar storm reaches Earth. When the solar storm reaches our planet, something strange happens. An invisible shield, the Earth's magnetic field, deflects the storm. The magnetic fields couple together and create a funnel where the gas streams down on the daylight side of the pole. This is the daylight aurora. The magnetic fields stretch further back and couple together. The magnetic rubber band breaks, and gas from the solar storm streams along the magnetic lines towards the poles on the night side. This is the nighttime aurora.
Isn't that beautiful, deep divers? That's how we get the northern lights. Isn't that amazing? Right? So once again, deep divers, we're in powerful times. Realize there are no accidents. Everything is happening for a reason. There's a reason why a geomagnetic storm is happening. There's a reason why it's the biggest solar storm since 2005. Wake up, people. The universe is waking your ass up. It's about to get real hot right now. Real hot this summer, deep divers. free your mind, and your ass will follow. And that's why I'm just saying, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello there? Once again, make sure you realize that you don't want to be so addicted to this technology. You don't want to be so addicted to this technology. Find the real connection within yourself. Now, I want everyone right now to hit that like button if you support The Real. Share this video, subscribe. Once again, hit that like button right now if you support The Real. Share this video, subscribe. Also, join the new Ralph Smart Patreon page for all new exclusive content that's going to help you become your greatest version. Click the link down below and go and check out the #1 best-selling book, Deep Divers, Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon and at ralphsmart.com/the-book, the Bible of Becoming Your Greatest Version. And Feel Alive Part 2 is coming out, Deep Divers. You're going to love it. Also, make sure you check out the book of 1111 Infinite Quotes by Ralph Smart at ralphsmart.com/the-book. The secret recipe to becoming your greatest version, Deep Divers. And make sure you go and get the all new limited edition design shirts at ralphsmart.com/clothes and spreadshirt.com if you're in America. The good ass prana shirts. And if you're a sexy ass model, woo, with a whole lot of heart, you want to model the clothing, well, go and buy some. And if you want a one-to-one consultation with Ralph Smart, you can book it at ralphsmart.com/consultation so I can help you become your greatest version. Deep Divers, we're in powerful times right now. There are huge energy shifts happening. Huge corona. Mass ejections, right? So much is happening in the planet. Rare geomagnetic storms. And we have to remind ourselves it's not happening by accident. It's happening because it's a wake-up call for humanity. Deep Divers, peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. Yo! Once again, Deep Divers, make sure that you hit that like button right now if you support The Real. Share this video, subscribe. Once again, hit that like button right now if you support The Real. Share this video, subscribe, and leave a comment down below of gratitude and appreciation. And let me know how this video reminded you that something beautiful is going to come out of this, because you're going to have the beautiful northern lights. This is the time to celebrate, Deep Divers. We're moving into a greater awakening on the planet. Thank goodness. It's about time. The cat down the road is happy. Deep Divers, what's up? It's starting to feel like that old Infinite Waters again. Peace.